What happens when one of Britain's most beloved actresses walks into what should be a simple daytime television interview, only to face the most disrespectful treatment of her entire career? It only took 27 seconds of Denise Welch's cutting remarks about her age and relevance for Dame Judi Dench to realize she had walked into an ambush disguised as a friendly chat. This is the story of how a legendary performer known for her grace and professionalism was pushed to her absolute breaking point on live television. A moment that would expose the toxic underbelly of daytime TV and leave viewers across the nation stunned by what they witnessed. The morning of March 15, 2018, began like any other for Dame Judi Dench. At 78, the Oscar-winning actress had long mastered the art of the promotional interview. She'd agreed to appear on Loose Women, ITV's long-running daytime talk show, to discuss her latest film, All Is True, a quiet, reflective drama about William Shakespeare's later years, directed by Kenneth Branagh. Judi had chosen the role deliberately. It allowed her to explore themes of legacy, creativity, and aging with subtlety and depth. She arrived at the London studios in a simple black coat, her signature short hair neatly styled, expecting the usual mix of light-hearted banter and professional curiosity that British TV reserved for its national treasures. Loose Women had built its brand on unfiltered opinions and lively debates, often tackling women's issues with a mix of humor and candor. The panel that day included regulars Denise Welch, Ruth Langsford, Colleen Nolan, and Janet Street Porter, four women known for their chemistry and willingness to speak their minds. Denise, a 59-year-old actress and presenter with a history of outspoken commentary on ageism in the industry, sat at the center. Viewers knew her for her sharp wit, but also for moments when that wit veered into controversy. Little did Judi know, Denise had been stewing over recent headlines about older actresses dominating roles amid a youth-obsessed Hollywood. As the cameras rolled and the upbeat theme music faded, Denise leaned into her microphone with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Welcome back to Loose Women. We're thrilled to be joined today by the one and only Dame Judi Dench. Though I have to say, Judi, can I call you Judi? I'm genuinely surprised you're still out here pounding the promo trail at your age. Most actresses of your vintage would have hung up their spurs by now, letting the next generation take the stage. The studio audience let out a nervous titter, unsure if this was the show's signature cheek or something sharper. Judi blinked, her hazel eyes registering a flicker of surprise beneath her composed exterior. She'd faced tough questions before, from critics dissecting her Bond films to skeptics questioning her shift from theater to screen, but this felt personal from the jump. Well, Denise, she replied evenly, her voice carrying the clipped precision of her Yorkshire roots. I've always believed that as long as the stories move me and I have something to offer, there's no retirement date on passion. All Is True was a chance to delve into Shakespeare's twilight years, fitting perhaps for where I am in my own career. Ruth Langsford, ever the diplomat, jumped in quickly. Judi, the film looks extraordinary. Kenneth Branagh directing, you playing Shakespeare's wife. Tell us about stepping into that world. But Denise wasn't done. She waved a hand dismissively, her bracelets jangling. Oh, come on, Ruth. Let's not sugarcoat it. How many more wise older woman roles can we squeeze out of Judi before it gets repetitive? The Bond days are over, and was brilliant, but that character's dust now. Isn't it time to pass the torch to someone with the energy for the spotlight? The air thickened. Colleen Nolan shifted in her seat. Denise scoffed, leaning forward with that trademark intensity. Depth. From where I'm sitting, it looks like desperation. Actresses half your age are scraping for parts while you're handed the plum ones on a silver platter. It's not fair, is it? You've had your time, 6 decades, Oscars, the works. Why not step aside gracefully? The word gracefully hung like a challenge. Ruth tried to pivot again. Denise, perhaps we should. But Denise cut her off. No, Ruth, I'm tired of the fawning. We all see it. Aging stars hogging the oxygen, blocking fresh talent. Judi's a legend, sure, but legends retire. It's embarrassing to watch otherwise. Judi's composure held, but her eyes hardened. The woman who had portrayed queens, spies, and irascible mentors felt a rare heat rising. Not rage, but a quiet indignation forged from years of proving herself in a male-dominated field. Embarrassing, she echoed, her tone measured but laced with steel. That's a bold word from someone who's built a career on daytime telly. Tell me, Denise, what roles have you lost to me lately? The audience erupted in a wave of oohs. The first clear sign the tide was turning. Denise's smirk faltered for a split second. This isn't about me, it's about the industry. Women my age fight for visibility, and here you are at 78 still dominating. Colleen Nolan finally interjected, her Irish lilt urgent. Denise, this is our guest. Judy's here to talk about her film, not defend her right to work. Janet nodded vigorously. Exactly. This veers into rudeness, Denise. Judy's earned every role through sheer bloody talent. But Denise doubled down, her voice rising. Talent? Or nepotism and name recognition? Be honest, how many young actresses could play Anne Shakespeare with your gravitas? None, because you've cornered the market on venerable. Judy rose slowly, her 5 feet 1 inch frame commanding the set like a colossus. Truth? Your truth reveals more about you than me. I've won an Oscar, 10 BAFTAs, a Tony, built a legacy of art that outlives trends. What's yours, Denise? A soap stint and sound bites? Cling to your platform if it comforts you, but don't mistake it for authority. The panel froze. Colleen teared up, whispering, Judy, you're incredible. Janet clapped once sharply. Well said. Denise, you've made a fool of us all. Denise flushed crimson, stammering, that's not fair. I was sparking discussion. Discussion requires respect, Judy countered. You offered insults. To the viewers. This isn't British TV at its best. Most hosts celebrate guests, they don't diminish them. She turned to the supportive trio. Ruth, Colleen, Janet. Thank you for your decency. It mattered. As Judy gathered her bag, Denise muttered, dramatic exit much? But the fire was out. The audience's boos drowned her. Judy paused at the edge of the set, addressing the camera directly. Creativity has no expiration. I'll keep telling stories as long as they call to me, and as long as I'm wanted. With a nod to the cheering crowd, she exited head high. The aftermath was swift. Clips went viral, amassing millions of views. Social media erupted. #StandWithJudy trended, with fans praising her poise and slamming Denise's ageist bullying. Critics called it a masterclass in class, contrasting Judy's eloquence with Denise's unraveling. ITV issued a statement. We regret the tone of today's segment and apologize unreservedly to Dame Judi Dench. Denise tweeted a half apology. Meant to provoke thought on industry ageism, went too far. Respect to Judy always. But damage was done. Her book sales dipped, and panel dynamics shifted. For Judy, it was a blip. All Is True earned rave reviews, her performance lauded as heartbreakingly authentic. She returned to theater, voicing Iris in Alleluia and mentoring at the RSC. The incident?